Hey there, podcast listeners. Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to their podcast. Season 2, Episode 1, but this is still technically podcast 26, I believe.
Oh, there's seasons now?
That's what Kyle wanted. Yes,
Alright.
this is Episode 26. The first of 2020 and the first recorded in 2020. Woo!
Yes. Season 3.
Now, I'm not sure if the podcast last year started right off at the very beginning, or if we waited, like, a little ways into January. I don't remember. Anyways, these podcasts are broken down, as always, into
Yes.
multiple different parts.
There'll be 7.
No. Anyways, we're going to try something new this time. Each segment, as it ends, we're going to upload the next week as bone and filler content for those of you that didn't want to watch the entire podcast. I'm going to try that. We'll see how much work ethic I have. Anyways, these podcasts are broken down into multiple parts. First we have some news, then the comments, and then some more news. Usually it's science
And then more
news.
comments.
Usually it's, then after the comments we have how our weeks event. Usually it's some sort of science news, but because the world seems to be burning, we're going to talk about world news. First
Political.
off, World War III. Meme review.
Oh, so it's not a meme. Oh, it is a meme.
It's real. Well, I mean, World War III...
I thought it was all a meme. And then people are making it seem like, oh no, this is actually going down.
Okay, so no, World War III isn't happening yet. And it
But
doesn't,
it will.
It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but it could, and we're making fun of it.
Ah, yes.
Right, so we need to put it on the meme tier. We're going to, like, do a whole, like... I was going to do, like, the episode we're going to record today.
Oh yeah, can you pull up the meme tier sheet?
Oh. I'd have to pull up an old meme video. Oh, no. Don't do that. No. I like YouTube where it is.
It might be a tier, tier 10.
He's not a tier.
Tier 10.
This is not.
These are Stalin memes.
No. This is not literally us being Hitler and killing people because we're racist. Or is that tier 11?
No,
Honestly.
we're rationing bread though.
So tier. I don't remember.
How many levels are there?
There's like 12.
Oh, there's 12? I thought there was only 10.
No. There's more than 10. It was just because hitting people with your car is like tier 6.
Starting a war.
I don't know where that put. I don't know what Trump's doing there by starting a war.
Keep going.
Right, here we go. Okay. Doing surgery great, which is actually one of the more popular videos on the channel.
Oh, I think I just saw it. Yeah,
It's right there. Alright, let's...
it's not tier 1.
Okay. Oh, but hold on. We need to, like, talk about this first before we can, like, just put it on the tier list. Because people might not understand what we're talking about. Because it's also been a week after, like, we'll say the epicenter of World War III. Unless World War III actually has happened.
No, it's
before
going to keep
now.
progressing. The climax is going to be, like, in March.
When it actually happens.
Yeah.
And we're all like, let's go to war. War. Okay, so...
Well, no. There'll be no more podcast, because every YouTuber will be drafted.
So actually, I learned about the draft, which is what this first one was about. So, can there...
Women cannot be drafted.
Okay, will there be a draft? Young people worry about military strike. No. There won't be a strike. There won't be a draft. Because the U.S. abolished the draft back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to bring it back would be bipartisan agreement. And then the president would have to sign for it.
Oh.
I could see Trump signing for it, but I do not see the Democrats approving of a war. Unless, like, China and Russia are, like, marching on our door. And, like, we need, like, 3 million troops on the front lines, like, now. Other than that, I don't see it. I don't think they're going to bring it back. So we don't have to worry.
Oh, good.
Unless it actually is World War III,
But see, we're
and
also
it's not just a war with Iran.
We're also in college, though. Isn't that an exemption?
In the 70s, they might get rid of that.
No.
Because
anyone who can breathe and walk, you're in.
Well, that's what they talked about. Can women be in the draft? Women can check into the draft now, but that's of their own free will. They're not forced into but they're considering some legislation here actually recently, and the verdict's gonna be out in March of whether women should be in the draft altogether. And actually, I saw it was agreed in a court in Texas that it is unconstitutional not to have women in the draft.
This is unconstitutional.
Yes,
Oh, so the draft is not a Title IX event.
Title IX.
Yeah, don't you know what Title IX is?
Not really.
The whole, like, women have to have their own sport or whatever, because...
Oh! Yeah. Yeah,
yeah, Title IX.
Well, yeah, that would be part of that's in the Equal Rights Act, right?
Yeah.
And the Title VII, which is employment. Oh! So, no, it's not a part of the Equal Rights Act. Small notation. They can... that's one of the memes I've seen is, women realizing that women, everybody's saying women want equality, so let's send them in the draft. They're like, you know what? I think I'll go back to the kitchen. I'm just like, jeez.
I think I'll go back to the kitchen.
Like, I saw one, it's like, I think I'll prefer to cook and clean. I'm like, but that is the thing that we've seen, is that women are like, you know what? Maybe this whole equality thing is great everywhere, just not in us dying, and everybody else is like, no. You wanted equality. We're going to support it. You're going to war. No, it's the whole Equal Rights Act, not just Title IX. Title IX is the sports.
It's sports,
thing.
yeah.
Technically, it's more of a Title VII because it's employment. You're being employed by the U.S. government. And actually, I learned something. Also, it says what happens if you don't sign up for the draft.
Oh, so you mean like if I don't choose to be part of the special forces?
No. If you if you don't sign up for the draft, if you don't check the mark, apparently you can't get aid.
Yeah, financial aid. Yeah.
He better do that.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if
As soon as I turned 18, I signed up.
Well, I signed up before I was 18 because we did. No, I couldn't. They wouldn't let me. I had to do it once I turned 18 or whatever the heck. It was weird because I didn't turn 18 until it was basically a month before graduation or less than that. So a few weeks before graduation.
Sure.
So it was, and we did all this stuff back in first semester. So it was weird. I don't remember exactly what all happened, but anyways, he needs to get signed up. Otherwise, he won't get free health care and he won't get Medicaid.
Yep. She'll be good.
Whoa! Now I have to watch this whole dang thing! Gosh darn it! The last one didn't have any cuts. I spent like an hour watching the thing and realized I didn't have to make a single dang cut. Now I have to make a cut!
Sorry. I'll try not to make it happen again.
Anyways, for those of you that don't know what the whole World War III thing is, basically Trump ordered an airstrike to kill what's his name? At their Qasem Soleimani. I don't know how to say it.
Don't even bother.
After they killed this general in Iran, who was like a hero there, kissing babies and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But here to us, he's a ruthless killer.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Iran is threatening war, and the U.S. is, and so I think where everybody's getting the World War, and they threatened. I think it was them who threatened World War III.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it was not Trump.
No. Trump didn't. I don't think Trump threatened World War III. I think it was Iran, because Iran's like, hey, we're going to get our friends China and Russia involved.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really say much here about World War III.
Yeah, China and Russia are on Iran's side.
But I'm just going to point this out. China's already in a trade war with the United States. They're not really going to be other than selling weapons to Russia, but Russia can't exactly afford the weapons in the first place. So, I mean, other than that, I don't think it wouldn't be in China's economic interest if they want to be, the whole world's, let's buy from you. Because the U.S. has Canada. I think Mexico is still technically an ally.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have all of Europe. We have some South American countries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to point out it would not end well. I mean, but it is the number one and like the next top 10 versus 2, 3, and Iran.
Yeah.
Iran alone would literally be Desert Storm, 3-week conflict and it's over. If that now. Well, actually, Iran's got a lot of mountains, so it might take a little longer. It's too bad we don't have. We should have done this in front of the map. We just pull down the map
Oh.
and be like, "Where are we dropping, boys?"
Too bad there's not. We could hang it back here.
We could, but it's not enough room though. It'd have to hang where Fluffy is,
Yeah.
and Fluffy's kind of permanently up there in Schrodinger.
Mm-hmm. I remember that day. I was like, alright, let's see if I can find the ugliest cat picture. I didn't really succeed very well.
Because you see Fluffy.
Yeah.
Just look up cat meme.
Cat meme.
Yeah. You should. Have you seen? You know the cat where it's coughing?
The what?
The coughing cat meme?
No.
I have to show it to you.
I don't know a lot of memes.
Okay. That one.
Nope.
You don't recognize this one?
I've never seen that meme. I could see why it would be a meme.
It's great. I love it.
What is it like?
This is how little kids cough. That's the meme.
This is how little kids cough.
Yeah. It's true though. It's literally how they cough. They're just like, ugh. Kid, I can't go to school. I'm sick. Parent, you're going to school. You're not even coughing. Kid. Literally dying. Oh my gosh. Our mascot. He should be our mascot. Every time we talk about vaping. Oh, that's it. We've mentioned vaccines and vaping. Even though they're not topics, we've mentioned them in the podcast.
You said them.
Yes.
Does that count as mentioning them?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, off of this, we gotta get back on subject to World War III, shall we?
Yes.
Anyways,
No, we don't want to fall down another rabbit hole.
right. Especially since we're gonna split this up into chunks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got 7 of them to go through.
Well, I mean, no. Like that's the comment section plus that's my classes, and then this is the last section in here. I guess no, the testing memes can go over here. Oh no. Well, now it's on.
And then where does Breaking Bad come in?
Oh, we're gonna talk about Breaking Bad.
Oh, I thought we were going to watch Breaking Bad during the podcast, right?
No, there's copyright
and
music.
record reactions.
No, copyright music.
Oh, we'll filter that out.
I can't. Anyways, all right. So now it's time for a meme review. Here's a meme about oh boy. The army recruiter showed me my Instagram video of me benching 225 pounds after I told him I was physically unable to perform in the war. And Germany realizing they're not guilty of this world war. Oh, this one. Oh, we're 2 days into 2020 and World War III is trending, and maybe 2019 wasn't so bad after all. That's
Oh,
pretty-
yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I bet it What? No, what?
Yeah, World
That
War
is not
III
the same.
memes.
That is not the same. Whatever. U.S. soldier speaks out on the recent World War III memes. These aren't funny. What is it? Okay, me going on Instagram during World War III.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you know, I was gonna cuss there. Dang well.
Oh, you can say damn.
Oh, I can say damn?
Yeah, we can say. I say damn all the time.
Oh, okay.
You know damn well somebody's
You know
gonna do
damn
that.
well someone's gonna be doing that on the front line. Yo, look what I got go behind me.
No, you want to be the dead terrorist, and I'll be like this. Well, I got another one.
Yeah, look what I just killed.
Or no. Me with one of the Iraqi prisoners. Oh yeah, I got one.
My first kill. 900 more to go.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
just like this, like the blood. Oh, this one. Me seeing World War III is trending, and I realize it's America and Iran. Oh, okay. Not wherever country they're from. Oh, 2020 is going to be a great year. World War III is trending on the third day.
Oh.
It's Joey from Friends, and he's like,
Yes, I
oh,
know.
boy.
I know.
No, I'm talking about them. They can't see this.
Oh.
World War III memes. Me who just woke up. I saw that today. It's this picture from The Office where Michael's shaking like what's his face's hand, and he's just like, I don't know what's going on. We gotta find another good meme. Oh yeah. Trump accidentally starting World War III. Trump, hey Siri, how many miles did Iran today? Siri, okay, sending missiles to Iran today. Trump just goes from like this to like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Whoopsie.
Oops.
I'm going to do my part for World War III. What have you
To
done?
stop World War III.
Oh yeah, he put them in a group chat. And he's like, hey fellas, stop fighting. No, it's the U.S. military, Iran, and who else is in there?
It did everything but blow up the words.
Yeah, which is upsetting. U.S. Army, Iran Army, oh, Trump, and then the leader of Iran. The leader of Iran has Twitter? What? Why?
Why not?
Me, a European, waking up to see the U.S. killed an Iranian general, and then a blank load of World War III memes. I'm beginning to see a pattern here. I'm not so sure I like. People are going, oh, okay. Oh boy. When Trump says Hillary would start World War III, but he starts it instead. Well, we gotta start drinking early. I mean, to be fair, it took him 4 years. I feel like some people would say, oh, me and the boys making memes of World War III. Me and the boys after World War III. No! No, it's only Keanu. Oh no! At least Keanu survived. But Baby Yoda and the Joker and Rick, dead. All dead. That's a shame. Alright. So we've seen the
That's
memes.
enough.
Oh, wait, hold on.
This one.
Trump and Kim Jong-un sitting on a tree talking about World War III.
Sitting on a tree.
Oh!
Sitting in a tree.
No. Oh, you know the meme, but don't you remember the old song?
Oh. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
S-S-I-N-G. Sitting in a tree. First comes love, whatever the hell the rest of it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, alright, so. We gotta look at the meme tiers here, shall we? Alright, tier 1, sending nudes. Tier 2,
Oh, yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
thoughts, Andy Reid, they have
Check.
to, we're gonna read it for them. Racist, tier 3, racist
Check.
memes. What?
Oh, I said check. And we're passing all the tiers.
Well, oh, no, I'm just gonna read them, and then we'll just figure out where the World War III memes.
Oh,
Okay. No, tier 4, getting hit by cars. Tier 5, relatively recent disaster jokes and 9/11. Okay, now we've passed the
Yes.
apex. Everything else is like, we have to do it, or like God does it. Tier 6, the meme consumer creator actually hits someone with their car. Tier 7, meme consumer creators yeet themselves. Oh, I forgot that was suicide in there. Tier 8, Truman yeets. I mean, that's what Trump would be doing. Tier 9, killing 40 million people to ration bread. Stalin yeets. Tier 10, oh, it's only Tier 11, okay. Tier 10, killing 9 million people because of race. Hitler yeets. And Tier 11, God yeets. Alright, so based off of our tiers, obviously if Trump goes through with it, it'll be a Tier 8, easy peasy, unless he commits some massive war crime. Anyway, so
What's a Truman yeet?
nuking Nagasaki.
Oh. Okay.
But we'll see. It could go higher. He could kill millions of people just because.
So at the end of it, so at the after the whole war is all said and done, it'll be a tier 5, a relatively recent disaster joke.
That's what we make the memes.
Ah, yes.
So I mean, to be fair, it could almost be a tier 5 now. It's not a disaster, but it fits into the same category as making 9/11 jokes.
Yeah.
There's threatening war. Now it's not. Now some of these could be racist. To be fair.
No, I like the 9/11 joke, the 9/11 meme, Like the Twin Towers are wearing AirPods or whatever.
Oh no,
And
they
it's
can't
like,
hear
oh
us.
no, hey, Twin Towers, there's a plane coming. Oh no, they're wearing AirPods, they can't hear us.
Yes, that's. Anyways, but so I noticed something about these memes though, about the World War III memes.
Yeah.
They're not a new platform. Like the Yeehaw girls, remember those?
Mm-hmm.
That was a new platform. You
Okay.
could vary off of that. World War III memes is just old memes being recycled, but with World War III slapped in there. Like Me and the Boys, going to World War III.
Yes. So there's no originality there.
The only real originality I've seen is like the Fortnite bus going over Iran, and everybody's like, "Where are we dropping, boys?" Another original one was.
I think as soon as it happens, then we'll get some new material to work off.
Oh my god!
That's what we need material to work off of. Because, it just happens. So people haven't got a whole lot of time to, just think of new original content. They're going to base it off of old stuff. But see, the minute it happens, oh, you got some originality right there. Now you got some jokes.
So we need to send Gen Zers to war.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, as soon as it happens, then you'll have some original content to work off of, and that's when you'll have a new platform.
And you know what the sad part is? Gen Zers are like the first generation to not experience a conflict. We're gonna have the largest war in history.
Go Zoomers.
Woo! I mean, it's gonna be just the older Zoomers. Young ones will be like, I guess I'm getting ready for war, and then we'll go there and it'll be over if America's even left afterwards.
And here are the boomers that they all come out of like the greatest war.
No, the boomers fought in Vietnam.
No, yeah, but I mean I was talking about World War II though.
That was the greatest generation.
Yeah, but World War II, that was like the worst war in history.
Right. Yes.
Okay, the boomers all came in after that. Now we have World War III. This is like the next world's worst war. And here all the Zoomers are.
But the Zoomers didn't come after. We became during it.
Yes. And then there'll be another generation.
The Zoomers will be the greatest generation.
See, then there'll be a Baby Boomer Part 2.
If
Because they all come home from war.
Yes.
And what's the first thing you do?
If the U.S. survives.
That is true.
If the U.S. wins. If we don't win, nobody's going to be making babies.
That is true. Everyone just dies overseas.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing you know, the country all speaks Arabic.
Have you seen Arabic? Sanskrit? Remember how you were going to get a Sanskrit book?
Oh, yeah. We're going to try to learn Sanskrit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to learn Sanskrit this summer.
Yeah.
I was going to get a Sanskrit book from the library. we just looked at the title like, I don't even know what this is.
No clue where to begin. Just looked like scribbles.
Anyways, where are we going to put this? I mean,
Tier 5.
But it's not very original. I say tier 4.
Getting hit by cars?
No one's died.
You need to change these. No, but what does cars have to do with anything?
You're watching somebody breaking their legs or dying.
Okay, so that's what you need to change it to.
Oh.
You need to change this instead of getting hit by cars, change it to what is happening.
Watching somebody dying.
Yes. Because it makes no sense getting hit by cars.
I guess. Okay, so watching people die.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's a tier 4. I could drop down to a tier 3 if somebody is saying, towel. You know what the next word is. I'm not going to say it. I mean, I was going to make I think I want to make a short film about World War III, and in the short film we'll say it. But currently in my editing software, as I've already talked about that
We'll
before.
call it a 4.5.
4.5? I'll go with that. We'll have to see what the rooster says. I'll talk to him tonight. Maybe we should just call him. Oh, could we call him?
Yeah, call him.
Can we put him on the podcast?
Hey, you're on the podcast.
Oh my gosh! Why? Who commented on my thing?
Doesn't matter right now. We got more important things to work. What are you doing?
Oh, hold on! I gotta respond to this person.
Of course you do. Of course.
Well, look who it is.
Nah, they can wait.
No, she cannot. Dead air. President. Why she send that to me? Anyways, all right. Back
It
to
was an accident.
It was not an accident. Anyways, let's find Rooster in my contacts. Rooster. I told him that I asked if he wanted to be on the podcast. He said no.
He said no.
He knows if he's seen my story. Oh wait, hold on. It's 1 a.m. He ain't gonna be awake.
Oh wait, is he in a different time zone?
No, he's in ours. It's 1 a.m. though.
What?
It's 12:46 a.m.
It's not 1.
It's basically 1.
I didn't realize.
Nope, no answer. Dang it. Alright, well, it's a 4.5 until we hear from Rooster. Alright. So that's the end of the first segment. What time are we at?
12:46.
No, the time on there.
Oh, I can't read it.
26 minutes. Oh boy.
You need to pull up like a stopwatch on the computer.
Yes.
That way you can just like click and look. Oh look, we have a giant stopwatch.
Yes, that would be wise. Or get a clock.
That is true.
Ooh, that we can control with our phones or something. Okay, anyways. Okay, so on the Dr. Sheep podcast, welcome to the next segment. On the Dr. Sheep podcast, episode 25, the Water Bottle commented, Kyle is onto something. The podcast should end with cliffhangers. I don't remember what they're talking about with that. And then, low THC hemp. You have to watch it to understand what that is. I don't remember what he's talking about, what they should end in a cliffhanger.
Cinematically, I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we talked about Star Wars.
Because of like how
So it's a good thing you haven't seen it.
will it beat Last Jedi?
Yes.
Probably.
Hold on.
At this point, anything's better than Last
cliffhanger
Jedi.
part. You heard
The
the
main-
Attack of the Clones. I have to rewatch Attack of the Clones.
The continuity was still better because that's what George Lucas was
We're
doing.
just watching.
Yeah, my friend
ourselves.
told me, when did fuel ever
Well,
matter
that's not
in
me
the Star Wars series?
True.
I'm like,
You haven't watched
he
this yet.
mentioned it in
I have
Revenge
not.
of the Sith. Shut
I
the
haven't
heck
really-
up. Obi-Wan's like, I need some
I haven't
fuel.
really
They
watched
also
many.
mentioned
Whatever. Anyways, I don't know what the. I'll have to rewatch it. And I don't remember what the. And you'll have to just watch it in general.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that comes on these podcasts, I'm just like, so have you seen the last podcast? They're like, no. I'm like, you need to watch it to understand the next one. Even this one really shouldn't have any continuity. It does. When you read the comments, you have to understand the comments. Anyways,
But they're too long.
what have you been
That's
doing?
like an hour of my life gone.
We're spending an hour now.
Exactly. An hour of my life is now gone.
Anyway, but see, now you can only watch. Now we can watch the snippets.
But see, I've already wasted 6 hours of my life exchanging that for money. I'm exchanging an hour of my life that I'll never get back.
we might get this back.
How so?
Subscribe! Damn it! We're stuck at 79. Look at this. This is pathetic.
I thought you said we hit 80.
No, it was a lie.
Oh, of course it was.
No. I said, hey, the next person is number 80.
You might want her too.
Okay, subscribe. Damn it. Anyways, the English versus the metric system. The Wall competent metric system is dust, and then what emoji is that? Oh gosh. All the comments are gone as soon as you zoom in. That's dumb. What the? How does this comment?
Now it gets smaller. Now it. Do you know Command Plus? Do you know how to do that? Or Control Plus, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Okay, now we're at 100. Oh, it's emoji where he's like makes this face with the teardrop or whatever, like it's an anime. Anyways, how has your time been? Now that we're done with the comments.
My time, like on this planet.
I mean, okay, so you brought up the talking about the grade. Well, not about the grades, but our classes next semester, and how did classes go last semester?
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
I thought there was there was something I wanted to ask you.
You don't remember?
Oh, I thought we were gonna go somewhere with this, as far as like you were gonna talk about your schedule or something.
Yeah, and what grades I think I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right. So I went through here. So these three here are my 1 credit courses.
Wait, can you put it in like the scroll up? Click on enrollment.
I already am in.
Where's like your? I want to.
No, you timed me out. What? No.
Refresh.
They timed me out. Those.
No, what I wanted to see is I wanted to see it all laid out in like a timetable format.
My degree on it? Oh, that! You can't see that anymore.
Yeah, no, you go to. Here, I'll show you. Go up. Click on enrollment. Click on build, schedule, and enroll. Click build, schedule.
Oh my gosh. Do.
Click on spring. Save and continue. Save and continue. Now, go to, scroll down. Generate schedules.
This is a lot of work. I like the old one better. Oh, yeah, I had to get, like, special permission, because some of the classes overlap.
Oh, so I can't even see it.
Yeah, some of the classes overlap.
What?
It's those 3 mini courses. They designed them so they wouldn't overlap, but they do.
And so...
It's like the last day of one and, just another day of the other. So, they're like, you don't necessarily need to show up to the ones, so you should be fine. But whatever. Anyways.
Well, so I can't see it. Okay, go back. I guess you can just click on, that. Well, see, I wonder, can you click on view schedule? Click on view schedule. Right there. Right over, yeah. See, it used to be you could view that as the schedule.
Yeah, you used to be able to. They changed it, and now you have to do the generate thing. But if you have conflicts, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so my classes.
You have a lot of Tuesday, Thursday classes.
Yes.
Do you have any classes on Monday? Oh, you have a class on Monday.
Here's the thing about Tuesdays and Thursdays. These 3 classes right here are all in the same building, 2 of which are in the same classroom.
All at the same time.
No, look at this. I get out of this one at... this one starts at 12:30. This one stops at 12:15. Same classroom. This one stops at 10:45. This one starts at 12:30. Oh, I have more time between those 2 than I thought I did. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I can get lunch. Nice. But otherwise, I'm in the same spot. From oh my gosh, from 9:30 in the morning until 4:45.
Till 4:45.
Yeah. And then I'll have to go across the street. How did they let this happen?
What?
I'm literally going to be late 45 minutes every day to this class.
But where's your 4:45 class on Tuesday, Thursday?
It's in a different building.
No, where do you see that list?
Right here. 4:45. Oh,
That's 1:45, isn't it?
yeah, it is 1:45. You're right.
That's
You're
a
right.
1.
Never mind. I was like, I thought. I'm like, how the heck did we let that?
I was
pass?
like, I was looking at that. Where do you see 4:45? Am I blind? No, you're blind.
See, okay, this is 4 and 6, and this is 4 and 7.
Yes, that is a 7.
Those two might conflict with each other.
How did what?
I don't know. I don't get it. Apparently, they're on different
They're both
Wednesdays.
independent studies.
Yeah, and they're on different days. Don't ask. I don't know. My schedule is
with
complex.
different teachers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like. Yeah, see, they're different Wednesdays. Duh. Look, this is March, and this is January.
I've never seen that.
So yeah, see, it's the end of this day and the beginning of another. That's the problem with
I've
those.
never seen that.
This is my entrepreneurship classes.
Hmm.
By April, so actually by March 17th, by March 20th, I will only be taking. Yeah, by March 20th, I will only be taking 12 credits.
Mm-hmm.
So come final season, I'm barely enrolled.
That's probably right after spring break.
Or right before it.
Something like that, yeah.
Yep.
So you come back from spring break and then you're taking 12 credit hours.
Yeah. I'm taking the bare minimum. And if you look at these credit courses, we have intermediate microeconomics, which will kick me in the nuts.
With a solid D minus.
I did get a D minus last one. I got a D.
Is
I
a D
put-
minus acceptable?
In this one, yes. Yes. Here's the thing, though. I don't think I'll get a D. I think I'll get at least a C because whatever I do remember from intermediate macro apparently will apply to intermediate micro. And if you learn if you take
Yeah, it's just smaller.
Anyways, if you take intermediate micro before intermediate macro, you'll do better in intermediate macro than you did in intermediate micro because the stuff applies.
But you're just going from big to small. I mean, how hard can that be?
It's
difficult.
This one apparently requires a lot of math,
Hmm.
which I think is why I might do worse.
But,
Because I'm a concept person.
But math is good. It's useful.
I'm good at math.
What kind of math? Is this like, your...
Derivatives.
Yeah, that's like AP shapes and colors.
It's derivatives. You have to
Yeah.
derive this to find this, and then you derive that to find that.
To me, derivatives are like shapes and colors. I mean...
I love how there's like the first day that they told us you're not going to have to memorize any formulas but like the GDP formula. And then like every single freaking test, you had to memorize some new formula, which I never did because I didn't know you had to do it. He told us you didn't have to.
Oh. He probably thought he was going to give you a formula sheet.
Well, then I talked to him like that last week, and he's like, "Yeah, I said that, but those are fundamentals you just need to know, especially if you're going to take intermediate micro." And I'm like,
Oh.
"You didn't say that.
Sliding off this couch.
I'm not."
Ooh, so this seat cushion is getting like
Well, we need to figure out a way to attach these.
a nail.
You know what we should do? We could do like Velcro.
Good.
Anyways,
Good work.
then we have international food, agriculture, and trade. I'm kind of excited about that. I like trade. Really good with trade.
Mhm.
So I'm excited for that class. Rural community economics. I didn't even realize I was taking that class. I don't think that should be too difficult.
What? How did you sign up for it? If you didn't realize you were taking it.
I didn't realize half the classes I was taking. But the problem here...
Do you get like do they sign you up for these without your knowledge?
No, they do. Here's the problem. I had all these classes pre-picked and the times and the semesters I was going to take them.
You just didn't pay attention to what it was.
No, what happened was half of them get canceled because not enough people in them. Like, I was going to take rural sociology. Canceled. I was like I was going to be like the only person that had ever taken it in like a decade. I was like,
What?
so they stopped providing it. And I was like, what? Just give me the credits. I just want the
Rural
credits.
sociology.
So instead I have to take some other hard class or whatever. And then resources,
good for you.
and then this one, which is interesting. It's literally the book is Principle of Economics, which is why I think I'm going to wait to get the book for like all of these, which I only need 4 books?
Amazon.
No, I'm gonna wait.
I gotta tell you, Amazon sure makes books cheaper. The bookstore's gonna charge me $530 for my books.
No, this book. I think this book here is only available online.
Yeah.
Or
well,
one of them
anyways.
is. It's only available online.
Anyways, university's gonna charge me $530 for my books for this semester. Went on Amazon. Between Amazon and the bookstore, because I also need a book that has with like an access code or whatever.
No,
And I was like, I don't want to mess with that with the Amazon or whatever. So I decided to go with the bookstore with those. So I got 3 of them on Amazon. That took my total down to like $260.
yeah. You know, I sold all my books back. How much money did you get when you sold your books back?
I rent them.
Oh, you rent them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sold mine back. I got $96. One of my books
And you bought
alone,
them for $300.
probably. One of my books alone for this semester is $94. Another
Oh,
book
wow.
is like 100 and like something.
It's ridiculous.
And that's like, I think it's like 100 something just to rent the damn thing.
Is it a hardcover?
They're probably all hardcovers. They're all economics books.
See, that's the thing. Like, one of my books was a hardcover. Like, you know, they're going to charge like $80 or whatever. I found the $20 paperback version on Amazon.
But even the paperback of my History of Rock and Roll book costs hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, probably because it's like 1,000 pages.
Yeah. Which I don't know how you could... The 20th century.
Nah, we all
And one
gotta
book.
we gotta go 21st century. Library Genesis.
What? The Library of Genesis. Oh, that thing?
That thing, yeah, that thing.
Oh, no.
That is 21st century. That is how you live through college.
The Library of Genesis?
Library Genesis. Do you not know what it is?
I think so. Isn't that
It's
the
a-
thing
it's
from
a-
Vsauce that literally if you have a set of like...
No, that's the Library of Babylon.
Oh.
Live
What's the Library of
Genesis?
Genesis?
It's maybe I should be telling you this. It's an illegal way to get free copyrighted material.
Oh, I don't care. I pay for everything.
No. Well, you can illegally download copyrighted books. Like all your textbooks, they got all that stuff on there.
Great. Anyways, there's resources, environmental economics, which I have no idea. I don't know. No idea what's gonna be in that one. Rural community economics sounds like an interesting time. So I'm really curious about that one. International food and agriculture trade. That's
I
nothing.
made the whole couch wheel.
I don't know. It shouldn't be too difficult. Actually, I think these two kind of this one and this one should. These two should actually kind of blend together. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Which one are you gonna get a F in?
I shouldn't get an F in any. It's really hard to get F.
Is it? It's really hard to fail.
No, it's really easy to fail.
It's really easy to fail.
It's really easy to fail. I'm just saying it's not hard to get a D though.
It's not hard to get a D.
No.
Okay. Is it hard to get an A?
Like these, I'll probably all get A's in these.
Oh, those are easy to get an
Well, unfortunately, these are all pass no pass. Screw them.
A. Pass, no pass.
Screw them! I'm gonna get an A in those classes. They're gonna give me pass,
Pass,
no
no
class.
pass.
Oh.
That's no GPA for you.
Great. Now I'm only taking 15 credits with a GPA. At least I'll get 100 like in this one.
My class only offered 1 day a week.
Yeah, for 3 hours.
1 day a week for that's like a lab.
Yeah. I was supposed to have something like that this semester, but it turned out there was like 3 people on it, so they made it to online.
Mm. I'm not afraid I'd want to take an online class.
I've taken 3.
Now are they?
2 of them I bombed, one of which I had almost 100% in. So you can see how it goes.
Yeah, I'd probably bomb it.
Well, like the 2 were basically the exact same. It was the same professor for both, and they were basically set up the same way. 4 tests, 1 part multiple choice, 1 part short answer, and he uses the same PowerPoint layout, the same program to play the PowerPoints, which now because Adobe Flash Player has been deleted, basically,
Oh, yeah?
you can't run it anymore.
Yeah, from Google Chrome.
Yeah, you can't use them. You can't watch them. Even if you could watch them, some of them didn't have audio
Yeah.
at all. Like, I don't know where the audio went. Some of them did, some of them didn't. So,
So what do you use now? You use Safari? Explorer?
I just didn't.
Just didn't. Oh.
I just didn't
there's
do it.
Your first
I just
mistake.
went and took the tests.
Oh.
I just sat down, took the test, Googled the answers. I tried to Google when I had time.
Oh, you didn't have to go in the DLC for this, did you?
No. I could sit there on my couch.
Google all the answers.
Well, you didn't have enough time. You had less than a minute per question.
Oh, to finish all of it.
Yeah. The short answer, you could Google them, and I usually did pretty well.
That's
in the
why
short
you go.
answers.
That's why you have the free thing. You literally have Google Home Mini or whatever. You literally read out the question out loud. Hey Google, read out the question, and then you get the answer spit right out.
Please don't do that. Google gets angry when you do that.
No, but think about it though. You know, it's like you obviously have to read the question before you can even think about it. So what if you just read the question out loud to Google? It will respond to you with the answer as you're reading through the answers.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do that.
It doesn't?
No, because 80% of the things I had questions about were acronyms for government programs.
Yeah,
and
so yes, what
things.
is this acronym?
Yeah, but the acronym is like generic, and so there's a billion different responses.
Well, that's why you have to add the keyword economic at the end.
Nope, didn't work. So you also then had to and then some of them were only specific to our state,
Mm-hmm.
which then you had to sift through every other state's worth of thing, and then our state's like sources are just not good, and so you have to sift through those, and by that point you have like 5 minutes left on the test. You're like, well, no point.
Oh.
So you give up.
Then you hope it'll be scaled.
It is scaled.
Exactly.
Actually, an F in his class is less than what the university requires for an F.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, my D I got in that class was probably an F.
Oh, wait, what?
But he gives you a letter grade of D, which is what the university cares about. It doesn't care about the percentage. It cares about the letter grade.
That is true. I know 50% of the material from that class. You got a D.
Less than that.
See, I can only imagine, like, what if you had some classes that was just so bad? Like, everyone just bombed it. It's like, you get done with the class, you know.
Unfortunately, the average
a
grade
60%, say the average, like, a 60% on your test. That's like, you know, you get an A in the class. The average is a 60. It's like, you know nothing about the class. You know 60% of the material. And yet, all that matters is the paper that says you got an A.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yep. The funniest part, and you know what the worst part is, though? The average for that class is like an 86.
You're below average.
Oh, I'm well below average.
You are below average, my dude.
Well below. I did really well, though. I got like a C.
You're not even mediocre.
No, I got like a C on like the multiple choice part of the last test. I did really well on it because it was about trade.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh yeah.
I love trade. Alright, next topic.
So, recently we've started the series on the elements, which you guys haven't seen yet, but it's coming.
The Element series.
And
I've seen it. I saw your hydrogen one.
You were there when we filmed it. You were half asleep. Shut up.
I was there.
You were asleep.
I may not have been fully conscious, but I was there.
Shut up. Anyways, my addiction to buying random stuff on the internet is back, and I've been buying up elements.
Yep.
Let me show you what elements I have purchased recently. Let's go to Amazon.
Hint. One of them is Element 92.
I have not bought the uranium ore yet. No.
He plans to.
Oh no. Can you block the camera?
Why? Can it see your reflection?
No, they'll see what my password is.
I want to see what your password is.
Just block the camera. Oh, I guess we can do that. Okay. I can't type with this on here like this. You're gonna have to hold it.
You can't type without looking at your fingers?
No, I can do it. The pillow's in the way, so it's messing with my reach. Guess we didn't. Oh, gosh darn it. That's why I said you gotta leave it, like, up so I can,
Alright,
like...
here, we'll do this.
There we go. Okay. Alright, we go past... Okay. So I just received the other day 50 grams of indium.
Alright.
I've purchased a block of tungsten.
Okay.
I've also purchased a 9-piece set that has zinc, magnesium, lead, titanium, nickel, aluminum, carbon, copper, and iron.
Carbon.
Yeah.
Was it just like a block of coal?
I don't know. Anyways, I also, well, this came in the mail a long time ago, but a neodymium magnet. This also came in the mail a while ago.
Is that the, what, 1 or 2 Tesla version?
No, it is not. Anyways, I bought some gadolinium,
Probably like 2 Gauss.
which is already here, which I've been playing around with, and I don't think it's very pure. Did I tell you about that?
About what?
The gadolinium I bought?
What about it?
I don't think it's very pure. Also, we're in the new section now, it's the third section of the podcast. I don't think it's very pure, because even when I get it really warm, like with my hands and stuff, it still sticks to a magnet. Not as well as when it's cold, but still sticks to a magnet, so I think it has some iron or something mixed in with it. I don't think it's very pure. But I'll show you what my plan here is in a minute. And then I forgot I bought iodine, which cost me $33. I bought silicon. I already have that. Ignore that Breaking Bad.
You bought Breaking Bad.
Well, that was like the one that was supposed to have Blu-ray and digital, but the digital doesn't work in the United States, so I have to buy the digital separate and buy Blu-ray somewhere else. Anyways, then I bought some sodium metal. That still isn't here yet. It's supposed to be here the 15th. I bought some magnesium ribbon. I think, which is already here, which I've played around with. Oh, and then there's the periodic table. But that's not it. I planned to buy some more stuff. I decided.
In your computer too.
What? Oh, that's.
Yeah, don't you have another shopping cart with your computer?
I'll show you that shopping cart in a minute. I didn't plan to buy gadolinium, but then I saw it and I was like, I want it. So there's 100 grams of gadolinium, of gallium, and then I was like,
You're racking up quite the bill.
I know. And then I really wanted, I want to get I want to get a cube of gadolinium to see if this is more pure than my chunks of gadolinium. And I just really like gadolinium. And then I'm going to buy a silver block, which is technically cheaper than copper, but it's going to be more expensive than the copper block. But whatever. Then I was going to buy all the noble gases, excluding radon, and it was also going to have nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen.
An organism?
No.
You said all.
Okay, I meant all but radon, organessium. But since I'm buying the gadolinium, I decided I'll just not the gallium. I decided I'll buy just the neon. And at some point in the future, I want to buy this periodic table with all the elements in it.
We already have one.
No. Actual periodic table with all the elements in it.
It has all of them?
All the ones you could feasibly buy, yeah.
Okay, so what is that, like up to like 94? Because after that, when they start lasting for nanoseconds, I mean, you can't really...
Well, it doesn't look like there's any neptunium or americium, which is kind of
that's what I'd be
upsetting.
buying that for.
There's no promethium or acid.
There is uranium?
Apparently. It's probably just uranium glass, to be honest.
But there's no protinium?
No.
Protinium and technetium are the two man-made. Oh, look, it doesn't look like they include technetium.
Nope.
That's no polonium, acetine, or radon.
But you can get the other ones. I don't know how they got fluorine in there. I doubt there's actually fluorine in there.
What do you mean? Is it like...
Fluorine bonds to everything. I bet you get like a fluorine salt.
No.
Because that bonded to the glass. Because fluorine bonds with everything. I guess it wouldn't be a salt, it'd just be a fluorine compound.
Yeah. Is that because it's, what, the most electronegative or whatever?
I would guess. I don't know. I tried doing all that research. It gave me a headache.
On why it attracts everything?
On like electronegativity and that crap. I love how one of the things is you can buy cubes of cadmium and they're really cheap, but cadmium's poisonous.
Isn't?
Yeah. I mean, because you can buy things of lead.
Sure, a lot of these are poisonous. Like, sulfur's bad for you.
Not really.
Like, and it has an awful odor.
That's sulfur oxide. Sulfur dioxide.
Just sulfur in general.
Yes.
Not good stuff to breathe
You ever
in.
realize, though, how many of the, you know, everybody talks about how gallium is like almost a liquid metal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in reality, cesium and rubidium have. I don't know about rubidium, but cesium has a lower melting point.
Really?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to look at that trend. Yeah,
Like, you want to? I can look it up.
I have a periodic table that has all that stuff on there.
As do we.
Yes.
Right on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's lithium.
No, I wanted to see, like, the trend. Type.
No, I'll show you the trend here. And then sodium.
$200.
208. Potassium. I had all these. That computer should be working its butt off. 146.
Why? I thought you put in 8 gigs of RAM.
It is, but it's also only 2 cores.
2 cores. You need to increase its CPU.
Oh, I thought rubidium had a lower melting point. I guess it's only 102 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alright, now look up the trend.
Can't you figure out the trend just from this?
Well, maybe it's one of those dumb ones, like density. Do you know how the density trend works? It increases as you go down, and then it increases as you go to the center.
Okay. So, what? Melting point periodic table trend?
Yeah. Well, yeah, how does it vary as you go across the group? Stronger.
It's electronegativity.
Yeah, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Ionization energy, electron affinity, atom radius.
Melting point. Boiling point. Semi-metal boron possesses the highest melting point. But tungsten has the highest pure metal melting point, though.
Oh, really? Tungsten?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. Melting point of tungsten.
What is the boiling point of lead?
Gosh darn it. I don't know, not tungsten carbide.
5,000 degrees. 6,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Now, what about the boiling point of lead? And iron while you're at it. That's just, like, can you imagine just having, like, a pot of lead just boiling away?
So the melting point of lead is 621, but the
You could do that in an oven.
yes, you can. You can do it on your stove.
What about iron?
The boiling point is 3,000 degrees.
You'd need a pretty sophisticated oven for that one. It's doable on planet Earth.
The boiling point is at 5,000 degrees.
Oh. Boiling iron.
But the boiling point of tungsten is 10,000 degrees.
Just like a tungsten gas.
That sounds terrifying. 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Well, couldn't you change the pressure and vary that a little bit?
Like, yeah, I guess.
But still, 10,000.
Anyways,
That
but
is-
let's look at the melting point of gallium now.
Oh, yeah. Is it? No, gadolinium is room temperature, right?
No,
It's like just above.
gallium.
Gallium?
Yes.
Because I remember the thing, how they used to, yeah. What they do is they make spoons out of gallium.
Yeah, I know. And
Oh,
they
you know
would
the story?
yes, we got this from Theodore Gray. Remember?
No, I didn't get it from Theodore Gray. I got it from a chemistry teacher.
Oh, I got it from Theodore Gray.
Oh. Yeah, they'd make spoons out of it.
Yeah. But
And then they put it in your tea.
I'd like to see, all these YouTubers played around with liquid metal, gallium. I'd like to see them mess around with cesium, which is a lower melting point.
Cesium? A cesium spoon?
Goes to stick it in. Just blows up in their face. Doesn't even melt, just explodes. Actually, it bursts into flames just
Yes.
contacting their skin.
A cesium spoon. What about a francium spoon?
Well,
No,
don't
look
you
at-
remember francium isn't much more reactive than cesium?
It's true. It's true.
It'd also be
but the-
extremely radioactive.
But it's like putting a depth charge in a bathtub.
That's like cesium.
Cesium. And it's like dropping 1 gram of cesium.
I was reading through Theodore Gray's Elements. And he talks about at some point. Well, he talks about at some point eating the salts. When he talks about sodium, and he talks about eating cesium salts, cesium chloride.
Yeah?
I was just like, who just taste tests cesium chloride?
Newton. Newton did a lot of weird stuff to his body.
Did he really?
So did Cavendish. Was it? Yeah, I think it was Cavendish. Well, not like eating, but like you want to know how the eye worked or whatever. And so he's very curious, like how the optical part, like how the prisms and stuff. So he'd take needles and start poking around his eyeballs.
Ah, was he not blind?
No, he didn't go. He just took a needle and started poking around his eyeball. I think Cavendish was curious about resistivity and like electrical current or whatever. So he'd hook up like probes to his body and send currents through him.
Jeez.
He started learning about the stuff that Faraday would later learn about 100 years later,
Okay.
and never published it.
Wow. Anyways, so yeah,
I think it was Cavendish.
Anyways, I've started an element collection. I don't know.
Want to see my element collection?
I don't have an element collection.
I've got about 70% nitrogen, 20% oxygen, 10%
21%.
argon,
And 1% argon.
10% argon in this room.
Where are you getting the 10% argon?
Oh, there's some.
You're already above 100.
There. What? No, 70, 20, 10. That's it.
Oh. Wait, is it really, is the atmosphere really 10% argon?
No, it's 1.
Okay, so if it's 21, 70.
I think it's 78.
Oh.
21. I think it's 78% nitrogen, 21%, and then 1%, and then you have like trace elements. because technically it's
Water, carbon dioxide.
Well, I mean, no, but technically, you know, it's not quite 78.
Where do we get argon? Do we get it from the atmosphere, or?
Yeah, no, it's the elements that are in. This is the elemental composition of the atmosphere.
I know, but where do we go and obtain argon to put in light bulbs?
Oh, I don't know. We probably manufacture it in an element maker.
So a particle accelerator.
A factory, yeah. We build it in a factory.
Well, no, we do that with radioactive elements.
Yeah, look up argon factory. How do we build argon? I mean, I can tell you how the sun builds argon.
Industrially, by the fraction distillation of liquid air. Oh, so we just liquefy air. And then obtain it from
I'm getting tired. I'd say we call it.
there. What time are we at?
Too damn long.
Seriously, what time are we at?
What does it say?
It's gotta be. It's well over an hour.
Oh yeah. We're over an hour.
What is it at?
6 minutes over.
Oh, we're 106. Perfect then. All right.
Thank you all for watching. Good night.
Oh, no. Oh, hold on. Okay. Now we split this up into 3 parts. And I'll upload them. I don't know, sometime during the week after the podcast goes up. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcasts every other Friday, 2 p.m. Central Time. Happy 2020, and good night.